Okay, so we get to the pit stop. Phil tells us that we're not eliminated, but we have to keep racing. So he pulled me over. He's like, I need to talk to you. And we had like a serious, like one-on-one conversation. He was give it everything you got. Put it all on the line right here, right now. Like we are about to be eliminated. And
And we're not going out on the first episode. We are definitely not going out. So we didn't
yeah.
know that they were going to break it up into 2 episodes, but we just said no, not the first leg. That's not us.
Because we didn't know that Maya and Rohan were going to be eliminated.
No, because there was no, we didn't think that the leg was over.
Yeah, we thought we would. Oh, we just keep racing. Okay. So he has that serious conversation with me, and then just like I don't know what it was. I was in like fight or flight survival mode, and we freaking like turned on so hard. We started out on foot, so we in our heads we're like, all right, this is good. This is good. Like it can't the clues can't be that far apart from each other, and we're pretty fast on foot, I would say.
Correct. So then I remember ripping that clue, and it said, "Get to Iguana Bridge." And I said to myself, "There's only," and I had the map in my head, like just burnt into my mind at
You
this
knew that
point.
map.
And I was just like, "There's only one river in this whole area. There's gonna be bridges up and down this river, so we just got to get to the river." So I said, "Hug the water. Let's just go up the coast, and then until we find that river, that's when we're going to start to go inwards."
And that's exactly what we did. We started running and we didn't stop until we got to that first bridge. It wasn't Iguana Bridge, but it was a bridge, and that's where we saw the red balloons.
Which confused us. Oh, it was all hell.
Because we saw red balloons and we're like, huh.
That's it. That's it. We need to do
This is
something
Iguana
here.
Bridge.
Yeah, it's very confusing because you think it's Iguana Bridge, and you're asking people, is it Iguana Bridge? They're like, no, it's Gecko Bridge, or it's something else.
And on the map, it had the little iguana close to that bridge. So I was thinking that that was it. So we asked people, and they were like, "No, like you haven't gotten your clue yet. Do not take the balloons." And so we started working our way inside.
And that's when we ran into Danny.
Mm-hmm. And so we're like, "Where's the clue box? Where's the clue box?" And Danny was so freaking nice and pointed us in the right direction. And then we just booked it, kept running. We did not stop running that entire leg of the race. Like, I mean,
we go through like this tiny little marketplace where they have all these souvenirs and trinkets, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. And as we're running through this, we're seeing balloons, the red balloons we ran past, we saw the yellow balloon. All we needed to do was find the actual Iguana Bridge.
We needed the clue.
And then get to the clue. So when we found the bridge, we got to the clue. The clue said
color correction or balloon collection.
Right.
And so it was like a no-brainer for me. I'm like, we already know where the balloons are. Let's just do the balloons.
And mind you, sorry to interrupt, our strategy is for Amber to choose what is the challenge that we're going to do, and then I would support us to get that done.
For who's doing the roadblock too. So we pick the balloons, and we are like, okay, cool, we know where the red balloons are. So we immediately go the furthest. We get the red balloons. We're like, cool. Now we just have to stay in the center of the marketplace. That's where the other two colors were.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get the yellow balloons. And then we're like, where's the purple balloons? We couldn't find the purple balloons because they were kind of hidden. Like you had to cross another bridge to get to them. And there was a bunch of trees. You couldn't really see them. So Danny also told us where the purple balloons were.
Yeah,
they didn't show that either.
We had run into him again, and he showed it. He kind of pointed towards this area, and so we finally found that. And at this point, we're like slowly catching up to other teams.
And I don't think so. I was like, why would Danny like help us? Like what? Like why? What's in it for him?
Right, we're in the back of the pack. We have no value to provide to help you or whatnot.
Is he just trying to be nice? Does he feel bad for us? And Vincent's like, no. I think he knows our potential. And he thinks that like maybe we could help him in the future. So we deliver the balloons. We get our next clue, and it's head to Cardenia's Park.
Mm-hmm.
And we get there pretty quickly. We asked a lady in the marketplace where we already were.
And by that time, we catch up to Danny and Angie as they're trying to get to Cardenia's Park. Yeah. We run past them.
I do remember that.
And we're like, oh, there they are. Mm-hmm. Let's catch up to them. We actually
just followed them.
No, we actually passed them, get lost, and then see them walk past us.
So we get to Cardenas Park and it's a roadblock. And I open the clue box and there's like 4 other clues in there. And I'm like, hell yes. What? Okay. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm like, all right, bet I'm going to do the roadblock. Like if we were like still in last place, I'd probably get Vincent to do it.
And then the funny part about this roadblock is
They didn't put that in
they
there.
did it.
I couldn't even find the stations to do the face painting. I'm in the markets like face painting, face painting, face painting, and Vincent can see it, and he's like,
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, So we find this thing, and she finds out that she's going to be doing something with like makeup.
Who has skeletons in their closet?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the?
And so when we were walking around, you can see there was like skulls with paintings on their face, and so I immediately said to myself, it's going to be something to do with painting the face.
Yeah. So we get to the station. I sit Vincent down and I'm just like, attention to detail, got it. I'm gonna cruise through this. So I noticed that there's like yellow, which is the T. I didn't want to do the black until the very end because once you start messing with the black, then things are gonna get messy and start smearing. So I do all the white and the lighter colors first. And I thought that was a pretty good strategy.
Yeah, you actually crushed it, I thought. The narrative of the actual show was that, that you took forever and that you were slow. But the reality of that was not true. It was actually, Amber was very, very efficient at it. But she wanted me to communicate as she was working on my face
how the other teams were doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm not going to turn my head and take my attention away. I want him to communicate. How am I doing in relation to the other teams? Mm-hmm. So he was like just putting a little pressure under me to go a little faster. And so I finish it and I get it on the first try.
Which is part of our strategy as a team. Despite the fact that we were in the back, we actually did prepare for this race. And we said to ourselves, we are a team that finishes things the first time.
We left right after Danny and Angie, I think. And then the twin. We left about the same time as the twins. You said Gray Team just left, and I got mine approved. Mm-hmm. And so then we ended up all kind of working towards the mat.
So together. At this point, all we had to do was so we get our clue, and we have to find Elizabeth Taylor's home. Mm-hmm. You just had to ask a whole bunch of people until you finally got close enough to, because we actually used Google Maps to try to do it.
Mm-hmm. But it was a small bridge. It wasn't like near the Iguana Bridge or anything. It was like nestled into the neighborhood, and it was hidden. Like you couldn't see it at all. And so you really had to kind of go around different corners and alleys and stuff to get to the bridge. So we were with the twins, and we worked together at the end.
Yeah, we ran into them again by that bridge, and we started helping each other try to find this place. And so in that first episode and second episode, we started to realize, like, we have some friends. We have some people that are trying to help us and that we can help them. And that
I just love the twins. They're like, we will self-sacrifice for you guys.
Yeah.
For the dream team.
And so we started to realize, like, we're not gonna be able to win this entire race just solely on our strength and our power. So we started kind of creating these alliances, these friendships, to where we could bring them value, because we're not going to get very far. These guys that we're competing against are so good at this race, and we're having a hard time not getting eliminated. So I'm over here thinking, okay, let's recruit some help, have some friends, get there together, and you're only going to get so far alone. So
unless you're riding with TCF.
Or Ricky and Cesar. What the heck? They're just like walking.
Like, can we just talk about their post interviews too? How they don't look like they were sweaty or like struggling at all.
Or what about the fact that their post interviews were during the day?
And ours was at night.
Ours is pitch black at night.
That's when you know you had a rough day, when the post interviews are at night.
Oh yeah, you can tell who had a hard day. Just take a look at when they insert B-roll of their post race interview. Mm-hmm. That's when you know how they did for the day.
So we get to the mat, and Danny and Angie's already there. Oh, people were hating on this that Danny and Angie walked to the pit stop and
Well, we're
still beat us.
still beat us.
This dude doesn't get lost ever.
Never.
He can walk to all of the
And still
detours and
beat
roadblocks
people.
and still beat people. So we're like, okay, I see you, Danny.
Let's use that strength.
I see you,
Because the
Danny.
thing is if you notice, we can crush a challenge. We just can't find the damn thing.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Episode 3. Let's see if we get anywhere.
All right.
Like, subscribe. Dream Team.
Peace.